Hello and welcome to Max Regen, where normally JB, the EV evangelist, is trying to convert me, Dave, the petrol head, to be an electric car convert. But today I'm turning the tables a little bit as I bring JB down to Brands Hatch, where obviously there aren't that many electric cars. But the question I have is, will there be electric cars racing in the future, or will there always be petrol cars like the 309 behind me? We'll find out. We'll talk to the guys here and see where we go. JB is here, by the way. He's just hiding behind the camera because he feels like a traitor. But never mind. Let's go and see what we can find out. As I wanted to know what the racing community thought of electric cars, I dragged Neil Rowland away from working on his cousin's car in the garage to ask him if EV racing would become a common sight at racing circuits.
There is Formula E. I think the biggest problem is, although the torque of an electric vehicle is so much more powerful than a petrol vehicle, I think the main problem is going to be getting the electric vehicles to the racetracks. Up and down the country, the racetracks aren't always as well equipped as we are today at Brands Hatch, and tomorrow or tonight we're going off to Thundersaloon to race tomorrow, and there's no electricity in the garage, for example, so an electric vehicle would be absolutely useless racing around the track where you can't charge it. So we're having to run some of our tools, we're having to use a petrol generator, so that it sort of has the problem straight away there. So you can only race on certain tracks that have been evolved into actually having electricity. Most of the big major ones, Silverstone, Donington, Brands Hatch obviously, have all got power in the garages, and Brands Hatch has actually got some power around the paddock area as well, but a lot of the other ones don't have, as I say, Thruxton hasn't got power in the garages, so we can't actually charge anything. So you can see over my shoulder we've got a whole power bank of batteries being charged for our leaf blowers that are used to cool down the brakes, things like that, and more importantly to heat the T-urn.
EVs in general,
Yep.
is that something you've looked at? Is that something that you would consider, or are you totally anti?
I'm not totally anti. I wouldn't consider it because where I live I haven't got a particularly big driveway, therefore I'd have to park on a public road and therefore have to run an extension lead across the public footpath, and I don't want to be held responsible for tripping anybody up. That's my biggest fear. A while ago I did put an application in to turn my front garden into a driveway, but the council said no because I live too close to the junction, which then means that I can't even put a power socket in the front of the garden. So it sort of negates things. I did work for many motor manufacturers that have gone for electric cars. I was going to take one home that was going to be fully charged, but I discovered that I wouldn't actually get home and back to work on one charge. So sort of, for me personally, it's a bit rubbish at the moment. I do a lot of mileage. I'm a driving instructor by trade. I do best part of 200-300 miles a day. With an electric vehicle, I just couldn't do it. I do too many miles. Plus I'm a manual driving instructor, and there's not many electric cars, and actually I can't think of any that are manual, so I'd have to go to automatic. So it would limit my driving tuition. Yeah, that's it. So no, I wouldn't. For a personal vehicle, I still wouldn't, because I also tow a caravan, and again, towing down to Cornwall, etc. like that, it all took us 11 hours in a diesel car going down to Cornwall. If I had to stop every 60 miles or 100 miles to charge it, because it'd be taking that extra drain, I'd take a couple of days. So yeah, so no, I wouldn't.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. They need to get a lot better first.
And what about in the future, say, batteries were not a problem, speed was not a problem, electric car motor racing?
If it was all the infrastructure was there, yeah, I don't think we're there yet. I think it'll probably take about 30, 40 years.
Did you notice any changes?
Probably. I think we have to go to it eventually. That's what the government wants. They want it by 2040, I think it is. I think that's unobtainable. But also my view on the government wanting that is, what about all the old cars? Where would they be fuelled? You've got all this historic racing, the historic Formula 1 go out the window because you won't be able to provide the fuel. So I think the way the Formula 1 is going at the moment with the hybrid cars, I think that's the future, not wiping it out completely. And yes, I would buy a hybrid now.
I better let you get back to work.
Yes.
Thank you for that,
Thank you
Neil.
very much. We're out in 20 minutes.
Fair enough. I'll leave you to get on. Thanks ever so much. So there you have it. Even the racing community realise that EVs will be in their future, once the tracks have installed the necessary infrastructure. But there needs to be a way to preserve historic car racing for future generations. The day after filming, the team were at Thruxton for the final 2 races of the season. They came first and second in class, and so congratulations to the team. If you want to know more about the team, you can follow them on Facebook at 309 Thundersaloon. A huge thank you to Ricky and Danny, as well as the rest of the Holmes Racing 309 Thundersaloon team, for letting us, get in the way really during their testing day at Brands Hatch, where incidentally they set a lap record on the Indy track of 49.3 seconds. Well done, team. And see, JB was there, as I managed to get a selfie with him. Don't forget to like and comment on this video and subscribe to our channel, not forgetting to click on the notification bell so you know when we upload new content. And check us out on the web at maxregen.co.uk.